what's up? It's Cecily from Drive Girl Drive, and I'm doing this video in a very, very hot vehicle, touching on 3 Uber Eats issues that happened to me this past weekend, which I believe to be very, very common. The first issue is that I went to pick up a double order. The first order was ready, but the second one was not. I said, how long do you think it's going to take? They said 10, 15 minutes. I said, okay, 10, 15 minutes. I'll do it because it was during the promo time. It was my first pickup, and I was like, you know what? Hopefully, I'll be able to make good money on this. 15 minutes came around and they said, it may be more like 30. And I was like, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel this order, allow another driver to pick it up, and I'm going to deliver the first order. So if you didn't know this, you can cancel second orders for double orders and keep it moving, which is a good thing. I remember there being a time where you could not do that. It was all or nothing, but it at least allows you to be timely and to stay on the road. The second thing that happened was, went to Venice and I walked up right behind this guy who was talking to one of the employees, and she said an item was missing from the menu, but she was handing him a bag of food and said, here's an itemized list. Now, we didn't charge this customer the amount that Uber charged them because the item wasn't available and I have no way to contact the customer. And so they're going back and forth, and he's like, well, I don't want to show up with this bag that's missing this item because it's going to create a huge problem and blah blah blah. And so anyway, long story short, she's like, well, I don't know how to contact Uber, I don't know how to contact the customer, I don't even have the little tablet that they gave me, my boss ticket. And I was like, all right, so I already know what I'm going to do, because I had number one, the tablet was missing. Number two, there's very strong possibility that I probably had my customer probably had that particular item too, because it was a promo item for the weekend. So she handled that situation. The guy left, and I walked up and I said, by chance, are any of these items here not in stock right now? And she said, yeah, same issue with that other guy. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel the order, and I'm going to put down the reason being item missing. The customer will not be charged, and you guys can work the situation out with Uber, because I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other drivers that are going to show up with the same issue, and I don't have the time to really rectify it for you. And she was like, well, can you contact Uber? I was like, that's my way of contacting them. But I know personally that if I called Uber and talked them through this whole thing, that I would have lost time. And to be honest with you guys, time is of the essence. Like, I work as a contractor to deliver food. It's not my responsibility, honestly, to stop and let Uber know that, you know, the restaurant is having some sort of technical issues, or they have an issue with inventory and that sort of thing. They have Uber Eats reps for that. Their jobs for that. They actually have people who manage these things. So the best thing I could do as a driver was to cancel the order and make the note so that when an Uber Eats customer service rep got that, they could route that to the account manager and they can handle that. Plus, it saved me sitting there for 20 or 30 more minutes. The third thing that I had that happened was, I'm sorry, the lighting. What is up with the lighting? Okay, so the lighting is kind of crazy in here. I'm staying in one spot, but my phone is tripping. Is inconvenient drop-offs. Now, I don't care what anybody says, Uber Eats is still curbside in LA, and to be honest with you, a lot of there goes the lighting. A lot of my drop-offs are still curbside, so I'm good. However, I was approaching this place the other day, and I remembered, because I delivered there before, that there's a private gate. And so I pulled over and I messaged the person and said, your Uber Eats order is arriving very soon. I can get this to you faster if you can meet me curbside outside the gate. And she said, okay. And when I got there, she was there, and she was like, thank you so much. And my thing is, like, a lot of people don't realize that, yeah, I mean, it's nice to have people walk food up to you, right? But you have to wait for them to park. You have to wait for them to read the notes, if you left them some notes, to figure out how to find you, how to get to your gate code, how to get upstairs. A lot of times the gate code or the gate phones are connected to a cell phone, or one person in the house is not at home, or that phone is off or something. Like, it's just always a debacle. It is. There you guys are. It's always a debacle. So I was like, look, are you hungry? No, I'm just kidding. But really, if you're hungry and I can get this to you faster, isn't it a better day? And she gave me a $6 tip. So my thing is, I'm just trying to figure out a way to give you this food so I can get on about my day. Like, that's where I'm at. Now, mind you, there's gonna be people who expect you to deliver the food to the door, to pray with them, and to spoon feed them. There's just a ton of people who are very, very entitled, and that's the world. So you're gonna get those kind of people, but there's a lot of sensible people who are like, you know what, I just want to get my food, so what we gonna do? So think about that. Did I go through this? I think I did. Yeah, so you have any questions about Uber Eats? There's a ton of things that we as veteran drivers forget to talk about, to be honest with you, because you're just so used to solving everything yourself or going through the motions or whatever. And I want to be more proactive. I'm going to be proactive. This video is evidence that I'm being proactive and sharing more tips with you guys. If you have questions, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Let me know. I'm gonna just be doing like Uber Eats, driver hacks every week, and just see what we can do to improve your experience. For you guys, off the top, for those of you that are driving and you're like, you're not making that much money, I got one simple tip for you. Drive in the promo areas. Drive at the promo times. Start there. Just start there. You'll make more than $5. You'll make more than $5, I promise you. You will. It's true. Like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or any Uber Eats content that you want to suggest for me, please put that in your comments. If you have a different approach on how you would have handled these situations, feel free to let me know. I mean, my way is not always the only way to do things. There are certainly people who are much more patient than I am, who have a lot more free time than I do. And so, again, my methods really are about maximizing my time on the road, because I don't really have that much time that I can drive. I really have a lot of other things that I do. But I'd be happy to receive some suggestions from my veteran drivers out there. And let me go, because these little kids are like screaming and stuff like that. And it's just, the video's over. Bye.